Hello, I'm Sean from Booksource, the company that created Booksource Classroom. I'll be your guide through a series of videos to help you better understand Booksource Classroom and its many features. Today we're going to talk about the student progress chart. This is definitely one of the most impressive features of Booksource Classroom, and we've heard from many educators that this is extremely helpful in parent-teacher conferences or even showing the efficacy of the books that are in their classroom. So to show you where the student progress chart is, you have to go to the Students page first, and then you can click on any student. I'm going to click on Billy W. here since I know that he's read 10 books. If I click on Billy W., you notice that right away it goes to this progress chart as the first tab. And it says that so far he's down 0.8 levels of guided reading level over this period. So since he's going down in level, you might want to conclude that, well, he's not doing so well in reading, but not so fast. You could also change these time periods, or you could even change this to a different leveling system that you may use in your classroom. As we can see, he's gone up 6 levels when it depends on Lexile. Now the reason for this is not all books have all leveling systems. Some books don't have a guided reading level at all, some books don't have Lexile at all. And depending on what your school uses, that's what you're going to want to use in identifying trends via this chart. You can tell that we also put level bands that say above level, on level, and below level. So you can see that in Lexile, the student's doing very well. He read 1 book in December, and that was level 400 to 400L. You can see that he read 1, 2, 3 higher level books in January, and then now he just keeps climbing. Now, this is sample data. This is not real student data in this particular video for privacy reasons, but we're going to show you what some anonymized data would look like in a classroom. Over in our help article, which by the way, you can reach by just saying how to use this chart here on the progress chart page, you will see that we give you a lot more information. This is an example of what an entire year might look like for a given student. And you can see there are many different size dots, and there's also a trend line. Now, the size of the dot correlates with how many books they read at that time and at that level. So that's important for you to be able to tell what trends are happening in the classroom. The trend line just gives you an overall view of how they're improving. The trend line is also the same as what's shown up here. Now, this is over the course of an entire school year. So again, you can change the timeline to whatever you want. Now, here are some examples of things you could see from this. Okay, here's another student, which you can see they didn't read at all this month. But in this month, they challenged themselves. They went above the level that they might have been reading at previously. But then they went back to their comfort level. This is a good chance for you as the teacher to confront the student and just ask them, hey, what didn't work out with that book? Why did you go back to these other books? Was it the vocabulary or the subject matter? And you can help find what might be happening with that student. Now, on the other hand, you might have a student that's steadily challenging themselves. This student used to be in their comfort zone around this period, but then they started just kind of dabbling in a higher level, and they just kept going. Now, of course, most of the books they read were on level or slightly above, and that's what they're used to, but it's good that the student keeps challenging themselves. And this might be a good opportunity for you to look at that student and just give them a pat on the back. You can also take any of this information and you can print it and you can bring this to a parent-teacher conference. And that is very helpful in showing what exactly is happening in a classroom with this particular student and showing that to the parents. So I hope this has been helpful in learning about the student progress chart. And I thank you for taking the time to learn more about Booksource Classroom in general. Be sure to check out our other helpful videos that we have in this channel.